Have you ever walked into a room and felt an immediate, invisible shift in the atmosphere? You haven't said a single word. You haven't even made eye contact. Yet you can feel the weight of silent assessment pressing against you. It's in the way a coworker lingers their gaze a second too long. It's in the sharp, sudden silence that falls when you enter a circle of friends. It is an unsettling truth. People are judging you, right now, in secret. Most people live their entire lives trying to escape this judgment. They shrink themselves, they quiet their ambitions, and they blend into the background just to avoid the sting of a critical glance. But here is the dark truth that the most resilient people on earth already know. That judgment has almost nothing to do with your character and everything to do with the judge's internal chaos. In this video, you'll uncover the hidden psychology behind why people secretly judge others, why it rarely has anything to do with you personally, and most importantly, how to protect your energy and stay confident in any situation. By the end of this 12-minute deep dive, you'll gain the emotional freedom to navigate any social interaction without stress. Because once you understand the why, the what can no longer hurt you. The first and most common reason for secret judgment is insecurity projection. In psychology, this is a classic defense mechanism. When an individual feels weak, unsuccessful, or unfulfilled, their ego enters a state of crisis. To survive that discomfort, it must find a way to feel superior, instantly. The fear of exposure. Consider your workplace. Imagine you have just finished a presentation. It was flawless. Your boss is impressed. But then, a colleague, someone who has been coasting for years, leans over and whispers, "It was okay, but I guess that works for now." On the surface, it's a polite critique. Beneath the surface, it is pure fear. They aren't judging your work. They are judging the fact that your competence highlights their own mediocrity. Your light is making their shadows visible, and they are desperate to dim your bulb so they don't look so dark by comparison. The fear of comparison. This happens most often within our closest circles. When you start a new habit, whether it's waking up at 5 a.m. or practicing extreme discipline, you inadvertently become a walking billboard for everything they aren't doing. When a friend mocks your new lifestyle, calling you too serious, they aren't worried about you. They are judging you because your progress is a direct mirror reflecting their own inactivity. It is much easier for them to judge your obsession than to confront their own lack of drive. Low self-esteem reflection. People with low self-esteem use judgment as a shield. Think about a sibling who mocks your achievements, claiming it's not that impressive. Psychologists call this a shielding mechanism. By diminishing your value, they temporarily protect their ego from the pain of feeling less than. The digital mask. We see this reach its peak online. Harsh comments on social media reveal more about the commenter than about you. When a stranger writes, "You think you're better than everyone?" they are confessing their own feelings of insignificance. Most judgment you face is simply a reflection of someone else's fears. The second reason is strategic and predatory. The fear of being outshined. In any hierarchy, there are those who believe that for them to rise, you must fall. They see life as a zero-sum game. The competition for status. In a professional setting, a colleague may downplay your achievements not because they are wrong, but because they are threatened. They use micro-invalidations, subtle hints that your success was luck, or that you had help you didn't deserve. They are trying to manage the political climate of the room to ensure you don't rise too far above them. Social circle dynamics. Even among friends, the fear of being outshined is a silent killer. Have you ever noticed someone get quiet when you share good news? Or perhaps they immediately pivot to their own story. This is social leveling. They want you to do well, but never better than them. Your growth creates a status anxiety in them that they can only soothe by judging you. Subtle manipulation. Watch for the dismissive glance. In Rome, a simple thumb down could end a life. Today, a dismissive look or a redirected conversation is used to strip your achievements of their significance. They are protecting their comfort by refusing to acknowledge your light. By ignoring your success, they hope it will cease to exist. Group emotional contagion. Often, a group will collectively cast out or judge an achiever. This is a tribal instinct to maintain balance. If you are the one person in your circle who decides to level up, the group will use gossip to pull you back. Their reaction reflects a collective fear of your evolution. They are protecting the average identity of the group. Humans are biologically wired to resist change. When you improve, it forces others to reflect on their own inactivity. This leads to our third reason. You are a threat to their comfort zone. Family discomfort. A parent or sibling might criticize your disciplined routine because it highlights their own stagnation. When they roll their eyes and say, "Do you have to be so serious?" they are pleading with you to go back to being the version of yourself that didn't make them feel guilty about their own lack of change. Workplace resistance. A team member may subtly undermine your efficiency because your productivity exposes their complacency. If you finish your tasks in half the time, you aren't a hero to them. You are a threat to their slow pace. Judgment becomes a defensive reaction to preserve their right to be average. Friends avoiding growth. A friend may mock or dismiss your achievements to justify their own lack of action. This is the crabs in a bucket mentality. They would rather pull you back down than be forced to admit that they could have climbed out too, but chose not to. Social reflection pressure. Rising above expectations triggers resentment from peers who feel insecure about their own choices. Asking yourself, "Is this about me or about their fear of change?" gives you the emotional freedom to remain unaffected. Recognizing this is the ultimate psychological advantage. Now that you understand the dark truth behind the whispers, here is how you respond effectively to silent judgment and protect your energy. Don't internalize the noise. Realize that their criticism reflects their fears, not your value. When you feel judged, say to yourself, "This is a confession, not a critique." Maintain radical boundaries. Limit your exposure to energy-draining people. You don't owe an explanation to those who are committed to misunderstanding you. Protect your space calmly. Keep growing. Silently, focus on progress, not reactions. Your results speak louder than any defense you could offer. Silence is the ultimate shield. Surround yourself with expanders. Spend time with individuals who encourage growth, not those who project insecurities. Find the people who see your success and say, "If they can do it, I can too." Reflection practice. At the end of the day, write down moments when you felt judged and ask, "Was this about me or them?" This builds the clarity and emotional resilience needed to stay bulletproof. Most people who judge are acting from fear, insecurity, or resistance, rarely because of you. Use this knowledge to protect your energy, stay focused, and grow without distraction. If this video helped you understand the game, like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Next, we'll explore why the smartest people stay silent and how you can gain respect effortlessly. Stay aware, stay disciplined, protect your energy.